Aloha, my name is Deepa, and welcome to Let's Evolve Together. Today I am doing a twin flame check-in. So we're going to do one big reading for all the twin flames and see where the current energy is. I think this is a really powerful time for twins as much as it is for many people because we are at the territory of new beginnings and there is a lot of change that's already been happening. And I think you're probably wondering how this is going to affect your connection. So we'll see how many messages we can bring through today that really resonate with you. I've asked that each deck be cleared for twin flames in particular, and that I be drawn to the messages that you need to hear the most at this time, okay? So we're going to try to bring through anything maybe that you're not aware of, any wounds you're still working on healing, what could be going on between you, especially if you're not talking and there's some separation going on. We'll even look at what's happening in your individual lives and then how does this affect the overall connection. So I wanted to move more intuitively and fluidly with this reading. I have a number of decks over here to my left that are pre-shuffled and cleared for your twin flame connection. So I'm going to kind of go with the flow and see what I'm drawn to when, okay? So I'm going to try to take my time a little bit with this. First, I just wanted to bring in some rose oil from my beautiful friend, Deb. And this is oils from Egypt that she got me. This one in particular is for the higher heart, for self-love, and for compassion. So I thought, and these are little rollers. I don't sell them or anything. I just, I wanted you to have the energy of this scent and know that this rose oil scent was in the air and a candle is lit before I started your reading today, okay? Okay, so let's see. So basically we're calling in the energies, current energies for all twin flames. And where are we at right now? Let's get general and then we'll get specific. Okay? So let's pull from the Twin Flame Oracle. Oh my gosh, did I forget my glasses? I'm going to put my glasses on. At least they're handy. Okay. All right. Where are the twin flames at this time? Let's give a couple shuffles here. Where is the twin flame collective right now? How are they showing up? This current Aries new energy. Wow, awakening. Wow. I think we knew that was coming. There's so much fresh energy. It would be hard not to. So awakening maybe to regret over the way things played out, or awakening to realize that you don't want to live in regret, or maybe they're awakening to realize that they don't want to live in regret. So coming out of a stage of depression, of regretfulness, remorse, loss, and waking up to a new beginning. See, there's this space here between these big rocks where he's looking through, this divine masculine's looking through at a taller mountain peak. This is a portal. This is a doorway, like seeing the way out of regret. That's what I'm getting for that. Conclusion. Okay, so this is a really powerful card. I think there's a couple things going on here. First of all, why things had to occur the way they did. Like why there were certain conflicts and challenges, why you reacted the way you did, why they reacted the way they did. All of that is coming to a conclusion, which to me feels like, with this awakening card, finally seeing the bigger picture of the whole growth cycle. All the learning, all the mirroring, all the realizations, and all the experiences that were had through the connection. It's finally, in a way, one level of this connection is actually the first layer of this connection, is what I want to say, is coming to a conclusion. So what I wanted to talk about before I started reading, and I just kind of spaced it, is right across the street, they're clearing the lot and they're adding fresh dirt, fresh gravel and soil to build a foundation to soon build a house. And it being this very strong time of new beginnings, and the eclipse is coming up soon. Also, we have the Libra full moon next week. I feel like for the collective of twins, there's a hauling away of the old foundation and a building up of fresh earth to build a new story on top of, a new house, a new story. So now this doesn't mean everything you've been through together doesn't exist or is null and void or doesn't mean anything or isn't valuable. Not to say that at all. I think it just means that both of you are ready for a fresh start and ready to say, okay, that was then. And I see all that. We see all that. It's clear. Let me shut this off. It's clear to both of us. And now what we want is that fresh start, that new beginning, and the ability and the opportunity to start and build anew from your current perspective now. So now you're this new person, this new perspective. You've grown so much. Let's keep this connection, but let's start fresh in the foundation. So like as if you had a clean slate and could start over. That's the energy of it. Also, Chiron is going to be really important. As many of you know, Chiron in our astrology charts relates to deep healing of our wounds. And this process of awakening to our wounding and then healing through our wounding and realizing how we can use that to further our evolution, how we can use that for compost for our growth and our next level. Well, it feels like Chiron's going to be, I know Chiron's going to be coming back into the picture strongly in April. We're also set to have a super strong Mercury retrograde. I'm not saying that because I've heard it, because I actually have not heard that we are going to have a super strong Mercury retrograde. I'm telling you this from what I'm already feeling in my own life. With the astrology, I tend to pick everything up in the astrological cycles about 2 weeks before it actually happens. And I am already getting slammed with the Mercury retrograde, which isn't even set to start until April 19th or 20th. And it's showing up for me the superficial way first. Appointments getting canceled, things getting moved around, miscommunications. So just be aware that this Chiron shift, along with the deep, strong Mercury retrograde at the end of April, is going to be bringing in a lot of time for reflection, a lot of time for that was then, this is now, this is how I want to do this now. I think by looking into the past, we'll see our way into the future. And I think it's really going to benefit twins. I see this as a good thing. I'm just letting you know that I am feeling like a lot of energy for the twins, and even the connection maybe even showing up in new ways, in different ways, like unexpected ways. So what else can you tell us for the current energy for twins? Signs. So you yourself may be receiving some signs on like feeling this connection, especially if you've been separated for a while or not talking, feeling this connection come back into your just showing up more strongly in your life again. Maybe there's been a resurgence of dreams. Maybe there's been a resurgence of your numbers, your synchronicities, your signs. But it's like, here it comes again, and that to me just feels like Mercury retrograde, really. Here it comes again to kind of review, and there's that Mercury energy, review the contract, what went down, and how you'd like to move forward in the future. And if you want to keep this going on some level, or if you're ready to close the book and move forward. There's a lot of twins who are going to be making decisions they've never made before in this connection. Maybe some will be moving closer, maybe some will be moving further apart. That could be energetically or physically speaking. Okay, so what do we see for twin flames currently and what's happening in the connection? Shadow work coming to a conclusion. Right under conclusion, we have shadow work. I do feel like a lot of you have done so much work, and it is coming to a certain Okay, it's not like you could ever really be completely done, right? And that's a gift, because as we do our shadow work, we heal and deeply evolve. But the first round, the first really strong, deep layer of it, the massive. I've just realized I had this wound. I opened it, wide open, and it's like this gaping canyon. And I dove in, and you come up with all these crystals and you know realizations and just messages, and I just feel like you're ready for the next level, like that initial round complete. I don't know if that resonates. Please comment below, but let's see what else. Observer. So this could have to do with the other person, the counterpart, maybe really wanting to question who they are, step back. They're awakening to themselves. There's been a certain amount of work done. What was my role in this? How did I make this turn the way I didn't necessarily want it to go? How was I reacting or acting through my subconscious wounding? How does this look like a storyline I've seen before in my own family growing up? Maybe, perhaps. There's a lot of questioning going on, maybe on both your parts, but I see the counterpart here waking up and doing a lot of internal inquiry, which is a really beautiful place to be. And that feeling of regret, hopefully that will point you more deeply, or they more deeply inward, to find the answers. I don't want to live in this regret anymore. What do I need to do to climb out of this? I don't want to live in this feeling of loss anymore. How can I pick myself back up, start fresh, see things in a fresh, new way, and become a better person because of it, They regret wearing a mask around you. They regret not being their true soul selves, and honestly, these relationships and these connections, we're meant, as twins, you're meant to wake each other up. So you don't necessarily meet with the mask off. It's the connection that activates and allows that desire to arise to actually finally think about removing the mask. So the connection itself provides the flame and the inspiration and even the realization that there is a mask, which some people don't even realize they're wearing. And then the further call, the deeper call to then remove the mask altogether. So it's a process. So the twin flame connection is to clear away what doesn't serve and to make room for the more divine nature of the soul to come through in this earthly life. So, I don't want to say there doesn't need to be regret, because regret, just like other strong emotional experiences, has its own Band-Aid. It, acts as its own Band-Aid for a certain wound for a certain amount of time until that's ready to be removed, and then a lesson learned from that emotional experience. So they are feeling some regret about the mask wearing. They wish they could have been their true soul selves with you. They're feeling like they want to be now. They've been seeing and experiencing some signs about you popping up recently. Victim, yeah. So I feel like they really want, this is what they're awakening and coming out of. So I think I'm going to conclude with, in general, what we can see currently for twin flames is a great awakening, a reflection on the past and what went down, how you can do that and how you want to do that moving forward in a more conscientious, loving way with the lights on, knowing, really being able to walk hand in hand with your shadow, and instead of reacting, really choosing how you want to respond. So instead of reacting, responding consciously when triggers are, activated. And so it feels also like for some of you, a deeper layer of healing. But I do feel like for everyone, there's a new level. So if that new level for you is a new layer and a deeper layer of healing, that's a beautiful place to be. And also for them. Or you may be finding yourself in the twin flame group that feels like they're ready to close this book and find a whole new book for themselves, maybe not in the connection. Because I'm seeing all solo, all the energy here is like one person, not a couple. But there's been so much growth. So I think no matter what, there's a beautiful evolution taking place as a result of the connection. So that's really beautiful. So let me see. Okay. So this being said, what do the divine feminines need to know about themselves right now? What do the divine feminines need to know? Sorry if that shuffle was loud. About themselves. Number 1, Ave Noir, make peace with your past. Wow. Definitely. I'm just looking closely at this very interesting image on the card, and what it looks like is flies. I know that doesn't sound great. It just feels like deep within her core, these flies are like trying to, like, if something was decomposing, they're clearing it away. They're purifying her by using that as food. I know that sounds horrible, but there's this feeling of being really strong externally while internally there's this decomposition of what was, which can feel really painful and sad, but in this oracle reading feels like a really beautiful thing, like just making peace with how it all played out and not getting caught up in the regret, not getting caught up in woe is me, and really going deeper into the shadow work, like just allowing whatever it used to be to conclude, letting it be, letting that timeline be what it was, and just surrendering to the next step. And that's what make peace with your past is you surrender to the next step, you're freed to move forward. Sorry, if you surrender to the next step, let me start over with that sentence. If you make peace with your past and you surrender deeply, you're freed up for your next best step. But if you still have a lot of your energy caught up in what it was or what it wasn't, it can really keep you from moving forward. And I think what you're wanting for the divine feminines anyways, I feel like a fresh new beginning, and you're really not wanting to be in this heavy energy anymore. I just don't know if you want to carry the weight. What else do the divine feminines need to know right now? Number 3, detox, cleanse and restore yourself. Also, this is a number 1. Cleanse and restore yourself, make peace with your past. So yeah, like I was saying, with this April's energy, and I just feel like this Mercury retrograde is really strong, and use it to your advantage and go deep within, reflect, lick your wounds, take time out to rest, and restore your being so that you're ready for what's next for you. Because I feel like you've been, I don't want to say sucked dry, but I feel like you've had your run of it and you're just really exhausted. And it's time to make peace with why you needed to have, all that energy caught up in that way, or used in that way, or shared in that way, which, and honor what it was as those valuable lessons that it offered, and allow it to just be. Like, don't mess with it, I guess I'm saying. Like, don't pick at it. Because, flies, they sort of fester around something, and there's a bunch, and it's just this buzzing of activity. There's this festering going on. And that energy around the connection is what needs to be released. Like, stop buzzing around it, let it be. And step outside and take in a big breath of fresh air, because I think you're done with the flies. I know, it's kind of a weird metaphor. Okay, so what are we seeing for the divine masculines? Whether you're male or female, it's just about the energy you identify with more. Okay, for the divine masculines, what do you need to know about this connection at this time? What do you need to know? Mosaic, number 18, which is a 9. Let chance play its creative role in your life. I definitely feel like you are in that 9 energy, trying to empower yourself, being sovereign, finally, for the first time in your life, where you feel like you're not pulling on someone else to give you stability or structure or a lamp to light your way forward. Not that you can't have those things or share those things with somebody else, but I feel like you're really relying on yourself. And that feels really good. You feel empowered by that. And let chance play its creative role in your life. I feel like you really want to let go of trying to control the outcome of this and what it means or what it could mean. And you're really wanting that fresh new start as well. And all this air and space will be really good for the connection moving forward, because as you continue to nurture yourselves, and start to really create your own lives through what you've learned from this connection, it can only bring good for that shared energy between you. It can only bring good energy, positive vibes, good feelings, and as twins, as you share energy, it's really important that you're aware of how your energy or what you're going through might be affecting someone else. Not that you're responsible for their reception or how they're going to receive that, but I think you're really doing your part to clean up your side. And then Euphoria, you got another 9, double 9s here. Honor yourself. Yeah, and I think you're definitely focused on you right now. And I just feel like for you, this is triumph. This is a massive, big step. And there's awakening happening. And interesting how the mask is here. And this is like Medusa. We have the snakes here. And look at this. There's something over the eyes here too. But here the eyes are closed and covered. Here the eyes are open, although they're seeing through the mask. So seeing through the mask. They're seeing through the mask. The illusion. They're seeing through the illusion. They're seeing through their own mask. They're seeing through why it didn't work. So any illusions that were shared or any projections that were shared in the connection, they're seeing through the smoke, the fog. And they're really trying to find and honor, they're really trying to find themselves and honor themselves at this time. Waking up to a whole new you is what I'm hearing. Waking up to a whole new you. So I feel like divine feminines are making peace with the past, letting go, allowing bygones to be bygones, letting it be, and now focusing on self-care, nurturing, health even. Maybe you're going to go on a retreat, for instance. Just taking time for you and really allowing your cup to be filled. And divine masculines, I see you more of an externally creative response to this awakening, where you're wanting to interact a little more creatively with your environment, take chances, be spontaneous, have, really see with these fresh eyes that are open, and honor yourself for how far you've come in this journey and what you've learned, and really seeing like the true power of you and what you can do with that. Like seeing your potential is what I'm getting. And that's a really beautiful thing, because you could have all the potential in the world, but if it goes untapped or if it's unrealized, you'll kind of be under this spell. It's almost like, a really low ceiling, or being under the glass ceiling, so to speak, operating within certain limitations of your own reality that really that aren't supporting you. They're just limiting you. So I feel like there's this realization of potential and what you could do. Like, what can I do now? Look at me now. Like, what can I do? So that's really beautiful. Okay. So I'll just keep going here with this side. Oh, I'm feeling like you want me to put a row in the middle, like what's being shared. So I'm going to do that. Okay. So between twins, what's being shared? What's the commonality here? And what's the shared energy? Wow, that's a 6. Number 15, Maximus. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? Okay, so you're both filling your own cups. You're both interested in working at filling your own cups, practicing self-love, self-nurturing, self-care, and wanting to be able to provide for yourself so that you can provide for others. Is what's coming through that. Like wanting to have a stable home so that you have a stable home to offer. And 12, which is Hex. Be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. This is a 12 or a 13. I feel like this is in maybe surrounding your connection, people who did not play a supportive role and could have done some sabotaging. It's a pretty dark card. This kind of energy here reminds me of the top of his mask. This is, well, if you look close, it's 2 masks. This is also a mask. I didn't see this at first. See her chin down here and her neck? So this person, I can't really tell, but it looks like their eyes are just dark. I mean, this guy's eyes are dark too, but I know his eyes are open. This one I can't tell. I feel like this divine masculine energy is protecting himself from immediate family members or friends that aren't good for this divine masculine. So it could have been a sabotaging of the connection between you two. It could have also, and most likely, was someone who just wasn't good for the divine masculine. Someone who was abusive, somebody who was toxic, someone who didn't necessarily support them and becoming the best versions of themselves, but instead tend to hold them back, put them down, or not believe in them, which kept that glass ceiling up of limitations. So I feel like there's a realization, so many masks showing up here. So far we've got 4 depictions of different masks. Oh, here too, her eyes are covered in a totally different deck. So I guess you could say 5, but that feels like a different energy. But clearing out also the divine masculines and the divine feminines, clearing out the energy that doesn't serve, including long-lasting relationships that were very much a part of that person's life for a long time on either side. So just clearing out and really saying, this is my life, these are my choices, and I don't want to get into that gossip anymore. I want to go this way. I believe in me. You may not, but I do, and I can't be around unsupportive energy right now. I really need to work on myself, and I need to start to thrive and heal. So I feel like this is really empowering energy. Okay. So let's just go into what's the numerology for divine feminines at this time? And again, divine feminine this side, divine masculine this side, and in the center we have the shared energy. So what is the numerology for the divine feminine at this time? 91, surrender, definitely. We're already getting that for you right here with Ave Noir, number 1. Make peace with your past, surrender. Okay, what else for divine feminines? 96, forgiveness. Wow, that's so beautiful. I feel like you're forgiving yourself. I mean, you're forgiving your counterpart too, but I feel like one of the things that's really getting you is how much energy you've tied into this. And, you know, I think you, for whatever reason you had, it was valid. And it's important not to beat yourself up because it brought you to where you are. You know, whatever it was shared between you or learned or experienced brought you to this point. And I feel like you're feeling free and ready to move forward. So don't hold yourself back now, I guess is what I'm saying. And a 33. Wow, look at this. A 33, communication. So you could be coming into contact again. That's interesting. And it's a 33. And there's that gold energy of solar plexus, which is communication, connection. And then 10, karmic completion. And remember that I said there was that conclusion card. So I feel like the karmic part is such a good way to say it. The karmic interactions you two shared are coming to completion, which is like, wow. And I feel like you're getting into the divine connection now. So maybe that's where this golden communication's coming in. It feels like angelic, like you're going to be communicating through your divine selves now. And that's why, you know, this whole relationship, that old foundation, clearing it away, starting fresh. Doesn't mean you have nothing to build on. You have everything to build on. But you're wanting to start fresh, start anew. And yeah, this is such beautiful energy. You couldn't ask for a better reading, really. I'm glad I decided to do this twin flame reading at this time, especially with that Libra full moon coming up, because some of you may find yourselves being contacted or wanting to be the one to contact. And that's up to you. I mean, I'm not trying to egg you on, you know, only you know. Look at this beautiful card for divine masculine, 88, abundance. 88. Okay, what else for divine masculine with numerology? 67, physical activity. Yeah, I think for divine masculine, it's going to be for divine masculine energy. That's that outward expression of God, or wanting to have outward expression of consciousness. So action in the physical world. So I think physical activity would really help a lot right now. And this is a 13, which is a 4. It can be very stabilizing for the energy to exercise. Make sure you exercise every day. It'll really help to clear your aura, really helping to shift any heavy energy or congestion you're feeling in the body. Helps to deal with heavy emotions like regret and sorrow or loss or guilt, that heavy, or anger. It really helps to process that stuff when you get physically active. So what else is coming up for divine masculine right now? Wow, so many double digits. So far we have 33, 88, and 55. Adventure. Yeah, I feel like you guys are really wanting to go out and have, sorry, I'm running out of space here. Go out and have an adventure. Go out and take action in the world and come out of that depression or sorrow. I feel like it's been so watery, and this Aries energy, which is ruled by Mars, is really making you feel like you can live again and participate in life again. And that flame, that fire that Aries is, and Mars gets going in us. I feel like you're really like, wow, I just want to participate in the world and be part of things and part of groups and go on adventures and just new life. You know, taking in new life and participating in new life. What else for divine masculine? Pride. I think this is good pride. So this is actually a 10, which is a 1. So you're getting a lot of, and look at this, 91, 19. So you're mirroring each other here. I think this is being proud of how far you've come, what the work you've done, who this amazing being was in your life, and how they've helped you grow. And not looking at it like, you know, I just regret the whole thing and how it all went down. I feel so bad. And who am I to be this way and act this way to somebody? You know what I mean? It could go on and on. It just spirals. It's not worth it. I feel like at this point, you're so proud of, wow, I you know, regardless of what happened between us, I am so happy I met that person. And we have this amazing spiritual and magical connection. And we were able to help each other grow so much. And look at where I am now. I just keep hearing that for twins. Look at where I am now. Look at me now. It's such a beautiful thing. So what do we see? Shared energy of numerology for twins. What is coming up? The shared energy for numerology. Moderation. I like that. Good. Number 14, which is a 5. So self-discipline. That's really good because that's watching, that's observing as you participate, as you get triggered. You're doing your role of observation, which will really help you to act consciously. So it'll help you to respond, not react. Everything in moderation. Being conscientious of your energy usage. Being conscientious of who shares energy with you and how. All of that. And 81, leadership. Wow, this is beautiful. So I feel like becoming teachers in your own right. These are almost the same color. Surrender and leadership. So maybe surrendering to a new role as, a leader at work or in a social group or in a extracurricular activity of some sort. You leading the way, you teaching, you showing the way, or teaching or helping other twins, for instance. Just, I feel like you both have grown so much. You're both capable of that. Like, offering assistance, because the twin journey really is so much about our relationship patterns and how to have more securely attached relationships rather than codependent. So I feel like some of you getting into being coaches or therapists or working with teens or groups and healthy family dynamics, for instance, just, I feel like this has set you on a whole new path now because you've learned this or experienced this. You're really like, what do I want to do with this? Because I feel like, I was changed by it. I know it can help people to have me as a guide who has gone through something like this, also assist them and have this work and how much it can help. Not necessarily twins, because they may not be a twin, right? But family dynamics, relationship dynamics, and things like that. And I do feel this energy of like wanting to be in groups that has been coming up. So, for instance, this could play out for the divine masculine or feminine, but I see the divine feminine more in a place of deep letting go, almost this Pisces energy of merging with the one, merging with the higher self, and merging with God, and that energy of, that universal energy of integration, coming out of separation and just being part of the whole for a while, like not identifying so much for the divine feminine. And I see the divine masculine wanting to participate more, show the way to people who are struggling, for instance, being part of groups, being a role model, like that. Like I see you being out in the wilderness, taking, teens on these nature or survival skills kind of thing. I don't know. I just see you hiking, like, and there was that picture originally with the mountain peaks. So, you could live in Colorado or Alaska, or I don't know, it just feels like getting out in nature is really good for you and grounding for you. And I see you doing work in nature with groups, and that leads to skill building, internal skill building, and connection and communication with others, even external skill building. So it's really beautiful. It's a gorgeous energy. Okay. So let's go to the tarot. I want to do, what time is it? Okay. To pick up my kids. So I just need to be aware. Okay. Plenty of time. Divine Feminines. I want to know how you're showing up in the tarot. Well, you're telling me. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Change in reverse. I feel like you're really looking at change. Like for the first time, you're really just wanting to make some decisions for yourself that don't include even the possibility of this person maybe being a part of those plans. I don't want to sound like that's what it is for everyone, because it's not. It's just, I think some of you are closing a really big book and saying, it's me. It's me I've been looking for. It's me I'm after now. That being said, with this gold color being so similar to communication, I feel like some of you are contemplating reaching out to share where you're at now, almost to make peace with the past, like the card says, let bygones be bygones. And yet I feel like it still could be like you wanting to really just move on and focus on yourself for now. What how else are the divine feminines showing up in the twin flame connection at this time? 10 of Cups. Satiety. This is being satiated. It's just, satiety is a strange word. But anyway, that's what it says there at the top. 10 of Cups. The cups are full. You're satiated. So let's pull some more here. I feel like you've had your fill of what this represented for you. I guess that's kind of what's coming through with that. Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. So what is this Two of Pentacles about in reverse, please? For divine feminines. Death, rebirth. Being reborn. Yeah, I feel like you're not caught in the middle of it anymore. That's being confirmed. What's this 10 of Cups upright? Prince of Wands in reverse. Prince of Wands in reverse. I'm just getting a repeat of the same energy, which I feel is you've had your fill of this. This is that energy of someone coming in and out of your life. And I just feel like there's a part of you that is done with that. So Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like it was really pulling on you standing in your power. Yeah, now we got the star underneath that. You're ready for wholeness and integration for yourself. And you're ready to pour that water back into your own cup. This is a beautiful card, by the way. Look at that Merkaba as the star at the top. And the water at the bottom that she's pouring. And this is Aquarius energy, of course, with the star. And there's your little teepee over there on the beach. That's so cute. You're ready for new horizons for yourself. And I know that can be really bittersweet. But like I said, I feel like you're satiated and I feel like there's no regrets. And I feel like you're really merging into consciousness and you're saying, you know, yeah, your universe, you're in charge. I'm not fighting this anymore. It's like you're done fighting. You're done trying to control. You're done fighting. You're done. I feel like you've been saying it was your way or the highway for a while inside of yourself, although externally showing a brave face. And inside you were just wanting it so badly to be this one particular thing. And I feel like you're just letting go of all of it. And you're like, this is not my will. No more. When I try to live my will, I just get exhausted. I want to trust God. I want to trust the universe. I want to trust my life and the path that was meant for me. I want to live my life. That's what that feels like. Okay. So for the divine masculines, how are they showing up in this connection right now? How are they showing up in this connection right now? 3 of Wands. Yeah, I so feel like the divine masculines are ready for adventure. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. Okay, let's do it here. Ready for their ships to come in, ready to get going on life, ready to just see what happens, see what comes. Wow, 9 of Cups, another 9 for the divine masculines. That's 3 9s that we've gotten so far, I think. They're really also in that, you guys are still mirroring each other. They're also wanting to fill their cups. I think they still even want this connection. I think they're realizing it just can't happen right now. It's so important that they build this new foundation for themselves first. And I feel like they're going to do that by going out into the world and sharing. I feel like their hearts wide open. They're like awake to a whole new way of living and they just want to share it. Yeah, 6 of Wands, feeling really victorious. Beautiful energy. So they feel like this connection has really served their greater good, and they're seeing their potential now. I mean, they feel so good. They feel so good. I really see them with people around them. It's confirmed here in the Six of Wands, like having a lot of people cheering them on in their social groups, or just maybe they're well known, maybe they're on stage a lot, maybe they have a social media platform, but it just shows whatever realizations they're having and sharing, people are benefiting, and they feel like their dreams are coming true. And they feel like they're saying, I have you to thank for that. That's what I feel like they're saying. So they're being active in the world. You're surrendering and kind of going into the flow state. So Six of Cups in reverse, that's the soulmate card showing up in reverse to clarify the Three of Wands. So what is this about? They're not leaving you behind. That's what I hear them saying. They're not leaving you behind, but they just need to go out and live for themselves for now. So right now it's like that connection is like a back burner kind of energy. They're not leaving you behind. They never would, I'm hearing. They never would. The Fool in reverse. Yeah, they are just really ready for this. They want to be unstuck. They want this new beginning. And then all the healing, how much happiness it's brought them. I do see them going deep with the Mercury retrograde also. Can I have a clarifier for the Three of Wands and the Six of Cups in reverse, please? Yeah, I mean, they're just going through a massive death rebirth, and you have death rebirth too. You both got that. Phoenix rising from the flames, number 13, same. Number 4 again, stable energy. So shedding the old skin and ready for new adventures. Like we had that adventure card come up in numerology. Here they are waiting for their ship to come in. They're ready for that adventure. They're waiting with that surfboard, ready to jump in the ocean. And see what they're made of, I'm getting. They're so proud of how far they've come. They have you to thank. Four of Cups reversed. They've come out of complacency and boredom. They're just alive and awake, and it feels so good. So what do we see between them then? Where does this leave them currently? Where does this leave them currently? For shared energy, where does this leave them currently? For shared energy. Judgment in reverse. Where does this leave them currently? Shared energy. Ace of Cups in reverse. Prince of Pentacles. So it's not that it's gone, because it's not. It just feels like there's this, it's just that what's on the bottom of the deck? We had Princess of Swords in reverse and Seven of Cups. I just feel like you guys are putting down any illusion. You're putting down any falsely built up projections of what this could have or might have been. Like you're both putting that down. I feel like you're honoring what was real about it, what was pure, true, and so beautiful, and have learned so much from that. Right now, the connection is on. It's not being focused on right now. I guess that's what I want to say. It's not being fed. Although it's being honored, I do feel that. It's just, this is not the level of, okay, we are laying a new foundation without a doubt. We are, right? The twins are laying down a new foundation. But it doesn't necessarily mean the connection's being rekindled, because I feel like you're each individually on your soul path as F-O-U-L and S-O-L-E. So you're each on your individual paths, and that is a really important part of the healing and the honoring and building foundations for yourselves first by honoring oneself and what you need. So this is not getting the focus or the energy. So I know that probably feels hard. So let's see what this deck has to say, because there's messages here. We want to do the shared energy messages, because this, what does this all mean for twins right now? I mean, I feel like it was like you got the memo and they got the memo, and this connection woke you both up in a new way to yourselves on a new level. And okay, what do you want to tell twins for shared energy right now? That is a lot of cards, Spirit. Let's break that down a little bit. Okay, what else we got? Okay, Knight of Cups on the bottom. Let's do it. Your heart is leading you forward. Look at that. Your heart is leading you forward. As you're ready to take your idea and birth it into action, tap into your creative and imaginative powers as you follow the steps you're guided to take. Turn your dream into reality. So there's an alternative message here you're welcome to take if you feel it resonates. Someone is ready to approach you with a sincere expression of self or a romantic love offer. Don't be afraid to get a little swept off your feet. Is this person moving back toward the connection at this time? That's not what I'm picking up on. Could this be that you may have a new admirer? Definitely. Especially with the Knight of Cups kind of coming in with a love offer, somebody asking you on a date. And then there's the Three of Pentacles. A beautiful partnership is being manifested in your physical, tangible world. So it's being double confirmed. And I know a lot of people are meeting right now. There's soul connections being made. Be open to collaboration. Each of you have something important to contribute to the fabric of your creation. So this is the alternative message, okay? Have faith in the physical unfolding of your divine partnership, a merging of energies between the divine masculine, divine feminine, and source energy is being manifested as you embark on your mission of embodying sacred love. I do feel like, you're still in connection. And that's why these cards do come up and say, it's still working, because in a lot of ways, in the number one way, it is working. You're both grown so much from the connection. The work has worked, in other words. And it is creating a beautiful new foundation and is bringing you both into your divine energy through the human body. And all those things are still happening. Does that mean there's an actual physical relationship? Not necessarily. And that's what's tricky about these twin flame readings and how they can be read either way. So Five of Wands, there's conflict or competition being experienced in your outer world. You might be feeling challenged or opposed by others. This is an experience that is ripe for learning and growth. Okay, so the alternate message, take a step back from the drama that's being woven and look at the situation from a higher perspective. What is contributing to the conflict, and how might you shift the energy in your outer world by shifting the energy within yourself? So maybe you're feeling conflicted about seeing other people or dating new people or bringing new people into your life when this was so much a focus for so long, and how it was honored as the connection for so long. I feel that that's the conflict, is the internal conflict of, can I move on? Is it fair to move on? I think, is that one of the ways you need your cup to be filled right now, is what you need to ask yourself. In fact, let's get the question deck so you know, or you have an idea of what you can ask yourself right now to help yourself move forward with any challenges or conflicts you're feeling internally, or like if you move forward or if you move house. if you live near your twin, if you move house, what will this do? Should I not? I'm so internally do for you. That's what I'm getting. Both sides. Do for you. And that's how, I'm just noticing how I did this kind of lopsided. That's how the relationship, the connection will be successful. Do for you. So keep that mantra going. Do for you. And this is the time where you don't worry about the other. The other's got it handled. The other has different ideas right now. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's important that those get played out just as much as yours do. So there we go. Sorry about that. I was wondering what's going on there. Okay, so hold on. Okay, what can the divine feminines ask themselves right now concerning their next best step? What's a good question for them to ask themselves right now? Concerning any internal conflict they might be experiencing for decisions they need to make. What do they need to ask themselves right now? What is ready for action? The red-tailed hawk. Dive. So there's some part of you that's ready for action. What part of you is ready for action? Or what is ready for action? And I think that will help you do some self-inquiry with that question. So how about for the divine masculine? What question can they ask themselves right now? Crack. What do I know without knowing how? What do I know without knowing why or how? What do I know without knowing why or how? So I feel like this there's so much here about the divine masculine tapping into their potential for like not the first time in their lives, but definitely the most that they ever have. Like, what do I know without knowing why or how? It's tapping into their spiritual gifts, something they've carried their whole life, but they've never really tried out or used or practiced. This is like spirit wanting them to get in touch with their multidimensional self. Things they know deeply inside on a spiritual level, maybe wisdom they have, they don't know where they got it from. So I feel like there's, and I say the tree too, the tree here also representing wisdom. Oh, that's really beautiful. So there's a depth here to themselves that they're realizing that they now want to play with and get creative with, and like, wow, what can I do with this? That kind of energy. Okay, so I hope that helped. Okay, where do I want to go from here? So let's just get some more oracles, and we'll finish with guidance. So let's see, can we have another oracle descriptor of where the divine feminine is at right now? Where is the divine feminine? Where? Vast vistas, expand your horizons. Yeah, you really are coming out of that box. You're ready to. So what is ready for action? What are you feeling a calling toward or a craving of? Or where is your spirit or your body wanting to lead you or guide you? Okay, for the divine masculine, here we go. Uncovering treasure, definitely. Beneath the surface lies great bounty, definitely. This is what I was saying. They're uncovering something deep within, like their spiritual gifts. That's awesome. I definitely feel confirmation there on that. Yeah, I mean, they're uncovering within, like I said, that pride card, they're really like excited about themselves in a good way, in a healthy way. This is not ego. This is healthy pride. And with that Six of Wands falling right on the pride card, their confidence is really helping them to be successful in their lives right now. So it's supporting their energy and their livelihood. Okay, can we have another oracle card for divine feminines at this time? Details. Yeah, so you may be thinking about going on a trip, expanding your horizons, traveling somewhere new, maybe moving house somewhere new, over the ocean perhaps, moving overseas. This is a 7. There is a lot of details involved. You're still doing your reflection stuff, following this. There's a compass here, books. Little mouse, details. So I feel like I just feel like there's this energy still of going over the contract. So I'm wondering if, like, while you're dreaming, while you're sleeping, you're astral traveling and you're reviewing the soul contract. Because I feel like maybe you're rewriting the contract. Maybe you're rewriting the contract. That's what it feels like. Oh, and we'll get a connecting energy too. So what about the divine masculine? 42, 6, wide open, definitely. It's this energy right here next to the 9 of Cups. It's that same energy. Arms back, heart out, chest out, light coming through the heart chakra and into it. There's so much expression. There's so much freedom. There's liberation. I love that. Okay, so what is the shared energy between the twins and in the connection right now? 49, talisman. So this could be the energy of, you're each other's good luck charm. You're each other's heart treasure you take everywhere. You're not going to go anywhere without that. You will always be connected. This is a 49, which is a 13, which is a 4. Again, we have a 4. So yeah, I feel like you're not gonna go anywhere now without your spiritual gifts that you've learned about yourself and about the ones that you've cultivated between each other in this connection, and you're gonna use that in the path forward. So what else is it's shared in this connection? What else is being shared in this connection? Education. So now you're using it to further your growth. An 8 here with 35 breaking down to an 8. So studying something new, going into higher education. This is inspiring you to start a whole new journey. And that could be for both of you, and I think it is. And then another 5. Here's that compass again. Same one as here. 50, another 5. There's change of direction for both of you. So you're being set off on a new path. So you've jumped timelines. And that's a huge congratulations for both of you. And that's why you're rewriting the contract. You've jumped timelines. I think there's just a little energy here that still feels dark. Like, can you really break out of, if you're ready, if you're feeling like you want it, if you're feeling like that's the action needed, out of a shell, out of this box, do you want that? And I know it's bittersweet. Can you really step out of it and allow yourself to live joyfully, ecstatically, excited, and peacefully? It's hard after you've had a bit of a struggle with another person to choose to all of a sudden let that be, drop it, and to live in peace, because you're used to that drama. In a way, it kind of gets at your hormones and makes you feel that, like, oh, there's something happening. But it wasn't the greatest something. And, if there's a choice to drop that, or if you're really wanting to change that, can you just purely think of self-joy, self-excitement? What will elate me? Get yourself on that track. Because I feel like there's this flavor of darkness, in the new life, when you could really, really step out right now. You're being supported by the universe, taken care of by the universe and your angels and guides. Don't be afraid. I guess there's some fear. I guess that's what I'm feeling, of letting go, of moving on. Remember, you're connected in spirit, in subtle body and energy, and there's really nowhere to go. Right? There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. If we're going anywhere, we're all going to the same place. So, okay, let's get spiritual, shall we? We shall. Kyle Gray will bring us home. All right, Kyle. By the way, if you've never looked up Kyle Gray on Instagram, please do. He's such a treasure. Okay? You won't regret it. Love his decks. Love his energy. Okay. Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. I'm getting musicians here, singers, light language, that this kind of energy. So, the twins are being tuned to angelic frequencies. And I was picking up on this with this energy here, the gold. Seraphim is one of the highest frequencies, highest energies of the angelic kingdom. Voice activation. I'm also getting Arcturian energy here. Divine support from the Arcturians. Sound healing, mantras, chanting. Help that, all that will help you. And that could be with communication here, right? We're talking about the throat chakra. So I feel like that's for you, Divine Feminines. Helping yourself through this big leap forward by doing some voice activation, angelic attunements, divine supports are coming to you. So doing some sound healing and allowing that type of energy work to support you at this time. So what do we see for the Divine Masculines? Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Wow, without a doubt. I mean, that action energy has come up and just so grounded, getting really clear. And so much crown chakra activation happening for the Divine Masculine. That's a beautiful card. Let's put that there. Okay, so what does Moonology have to say? And then we'll do the final spirit guidance. Okay, hold on. Let's start over. That said, be bold to make the first move, but I want to make this intention for the Divine Feminines. Please, Spirit, bring back that card if that was meant to be. Otherwise, let's have a card for the Divine Feminines. Wow, be bold and make the first move. That's awesome. Okay, I think this is pertaining to you making a leap toward yourself and what you want and filling your own cup and what you desire. Be bold. Make the first move. Okay. Now, if you were that one group I was talking about that was feeling like they wanted to reach out, you know who you are. That's up to you. I'm not encouraging that or not encouraging it. That's up to you. And your guidelines for healthy connection or not, what you have, I don't know. That could mean be bold to make the first move for you, cardinal move, but it could be initiating a new life. That's what I feel with that, initiating a new life. And then it's time to take action. Wow. Toward that new life, I believe. Okay, so 2 for the Divine Masculine then. The end of a tough cycle approaches, definitely. And your dreams need a practical plan. I definitely see that for them. Shared energy. Step out of your comfort zone for both of you without a doubt. Yeah, really moving beyond the boundaries here. Really moving beyond the boundaries. Conclusions are within reach. And remember that card in the very beginning. Conclusions right here. Right? There's that key, that Chiron energy. This whole thing, this wound, it's sealed off and complete. Moving on. Next level. You passed the first level. It's like a video game, you know? Okay, and guidance from your spirit guides for Divine Feminines. Guidance from your spirit guides. Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. I feel like you're going through this alchemical process of becoming like a priestess or a goddess, or, I mean, you are a goddess, but through this massive lesson that you've had and the way you've approached it, you bringing yourself to like this galactic level and angelic. It feels like you're really high frequency, and that's how you want to live now. Excuse me. So I just feel like, you're ready to live in that vibe. Oh, I got 2 more for you. Sanat Kumara, light activation. We were getting that here too. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Put that there. And last one is Kalima, facing fear. Remember I said I feel like there's some fear coming up. It was that darker card. Where'd it go? Anyway. Here it is, right here. There was this energy here that made me feel like you were still holding back or taking some energy with you, really not letting yourself out of the box. It was fear. And I picked up on that, and here she is, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yeah, I definitely feel that for you, Divine Feminines. Just let yourself soar. You can't go wrong. There's nothing to lose, and there's nowhere to go. Okay, so let's see for the Divine Masculines. Okay, what do we see for Divine Masculines for advice? Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Definitely. The Divine Masculines are ready to share their gifts with the world. Show what they're made of, I'm hearing. And Odin, psychic insight. Yes, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. I feel like for the first time, they're really allowing their intuitive side to lead. And Serapis Bay, ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, look at those Divine Masculines. Gorgeous energy. You guys on this side, the Divine Feminines are literally angels. The Divine Masculines are spiritual warriors and emperors. Just gorgeous. Ascended masters. I mean, wow, you both should be proud of this connection and what it's done for you. It's absolutely gorgeous. Shared energy, advice. Advice for the connection. Advice for the connection. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. I would be aware of your dreams, especially after this reading. Ask your spirit guides to bring you any further information as a result of these details. Anything that needs clarified, for instance. And the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So this shift is for a higher purpose. Trust. I'm getting trust. Okay, let's do a final card for you guys. Let me look over here. Let's do. Where is it? Oh yeah, let's do one of these. Journey of Love. We're going to finish with Journey of Love by Alana Fairchild. Thanks so much for being here. I do twin flame readings privately. You can go to my website, let'sevolvetogethertarot.com, to book. I would love to do your reading. We can spend an hour talking about you, your connection, details that you need to be able to move on yourself. As I know, it can be tricky territory, and it's never black and white, right? It's never black and white. So if you want to go into a little more deep dive with your connection and your relationship pattern, I can be there for you. Or other readings that you might need. I do Akashic record readings and mini energy clearings as well. I've been trained in SRT, Spirit Release Therapy, so you can see it all on the website. All right, we've got number 40, The Void. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I am going to read this for you. This is that renewal, that 0 point, coming back to zero that I was feeling at the very beginning of the reading when I was observing the foundation being built across the street. Wow, this is amazing, you guys. At the ending of every cycle and the beginning of every cycle, there is a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time, a moment of feeling or many years of deep inner work whilst feeling displaced. The transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing. Wow, the transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the lack of certainty about who you are and why you are here on this planet. A void may open up between one moment of meeting with your lover and the seemingly endless stretch of time, even if it is only days that seem as though they are eternal in duration as you wait to reconnect again. Yet, if you can accept that entry into the cosmic void as preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, that's what this has been about. If you can accept that darkness is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. I love that. Allow the darkness to hold you with love. It's not void, right? It's not nothing. It's not empty. It's not unfeelingness. So it says, I'm going to do that again. If you can accept the darkness that is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. Then you can be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure this lifetime, meeting the beloved, whether divine or human lover, in a fresh new moment. Excited, open, and curious always. This oracle brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now it is most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and then the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry, and you do not have to search. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, do it. When you cannot, just be. Your time will soon come. If you are holding a question about relationship, surrender it into the void and let it become what it must be according to spiritual wisdom and love. There's so much about surrender and letting it be, isn't there? A coming together, a blending of one, where understanding spans the space between and separation disappears to form anew. Wow. Magical vibes. This has been amazing. I hope to do more readings like this in the future. Definitely let me know if you resonated with it, if you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. And I will see you soon. Namaste, everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye for now.